Yes. Feeling wildly experimental. Wow. This looks unreal on this. Here's how this looks. Looks so trippy on this. Wow. I'm just I'm just experimenting with what this looks like. I'm playing music here, quintessentially, but this is my Synergy Like Love set. I'm right now kind of experimenting with color sets. Also of this color pattern. For some reason, this looks beautiful. In person, it actually looks even more vivid, but yeah. Yeah, I found myself in an interesting place recently where I've been playing lots of piano. Yo, what's good? What's good? Jimon. Jimonjang. Jimongan. I don't know how that's... But yeah, I found myself sort of experience this epiphany where I've been playing lots of piano, and what I've noticed is... Drink some water. The idea is that I've been very attracted to gentle nuances on the guitar. So it's almost like, say... paying very close attention, sort of similar when I play piano, where even the tension of the keys, the cadence and the rhythm of it. Yo, thank you so much. Just paying very close attention to every little nuance. Every little strike, every part of, say, if I'm doing like double-handed tapping combos, trying to almost progress in the tension I play, much like if you play, say, piano. Oi, what is good, M is Sylvia, and Silva. But yeah, it's just being very intentional with strikes. I don't know if this resonates with any of you if you're a guitarist, but for me, it's like I'm very, I'd say, very intuitive, where I like to just, just slip into sort of like a flow that's not focusing very simply on the very subtle nuances. But yeah. It takes a lot of precision, but I feel like even to say a pinch harmonic, it's like I can strike it like gently, or very, very strong attack. Yeah, there's so much nuance. So much nuance. Dude, that's awesome. That is wicked dope. Starter kit. Let's go. That's phenomenal, man. Honestly, hats off to you. I mean, that's, I swear, getting a good guitar and just pulling that trigger, that's just beautiful first step. With bar chords. I mean, I personally, it's funny because like I've historically, as a kid or just as a young player, I was not great at bar chords, but I think some of the best advice is to sort of understand how how to basically strengthen your fingers with open chords. So, I mean, if you want to understand bar chords, I think the best place to start is, say, understanding how to apply them musically. So, for instance, like this chord right here, this is a B chord, right? So I'm basically, I mean, again, if you're talking about like having the strength to apply them, I feel you. For many years, I actually purposely didn't focus bar chords. I would focus on like legatos, like hammer-ons and pull-offs, right? But if you say engage in like something like here, so I'm barring by starting with my pointer, barring the second fret on the fifth string, and then I'm creating this shape, which is basically it's an A minor shape, but I'm doing this. I've been playing for about 16 years, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing acoustic for about 10, and then, yeah, electric 6 before that, so. And I'll be honest, to this day, I'm still like unpackaging so many dimensions of guitar, but yeah, what do you notice, Pari? What do you find in bar chords that you're struggling with? Like, is it like the physical, I mean, imagine is like it's the tension of applying them physically, but yeah, it's, if that's what you're struggling with, I truly find that you genuinely just have to literally just not focus fully on bar chords per se, but just focus on just creating regular chords, like just getting the regular chord shapes down and strengthening your fingers and really focusing on the elements of guitar that do not require, say, just that strength. But another thing to consider is thumb placement. I guess 1000%, whether you're doing bar chords, whether you're doing everything, I would say send talent for 16 years. That's, wow, man, that's a wicked compliment. I mean, you don't have to know bar chords, but I would say you definitely want to down the road. But okay, well, the two core things again is, for one, be conscious of thumb placement. Like, let yourself be conscious of if your thumb is in the most effective place where you're having your wrist, curl over here, excuse me, so you can effectively press down on the string. That's a huge part of, I think, applying a bar chord effectively. But the key thing is, I don't think you need bar chords right away, but you could do power chords. So I don't know if you're familiar with what power chords are. They're basically dyads. So see this, like, this is, I'm using these two fingers. So I'm having my first finger here on this 5th fret 6th string, and then my third finger is here on the 7th fret 5th string. And you're just striking these. That's a good place to start, truthfully. Like before, when I couldn't do bar chords, I would just do these power chords. And to this day, power chords rule, but I mean, definitely once you build up the finger strength and you have the proper thumb placement, it really like adds up a lot. No offense, you played Why You're Not Famous, Sir. I don't take that personally, that's cool. But yeah, I appreciate the compliment. Definitely seeing more. Yo, thanks, brother. Appreciate you, Daz. Appreciate you, guy. Welcome to this community. No offense. Why am I not famous? But that's the funny thing is, it's interesting. I'm in performance art, not just music. Like I do acting, I do acrobatics, I do dance. It's almost like, I swear, I kind of recognize at a young age that the music industry in 2025 or 2026 is kind of insane. Like, let's be honest here. I mean, this is maybe my bias, but as a dude that's been in the music scene for like 15, 16 years, I believe that the music scene, like the music industry, is kind of bizarre as fuck. Like, what it takes to succeed in it. Now, again, I'm biased as fuck, but I think it's like, it's a double-edged sword. And truthfully, this is where my epiphany comes down to. I desire to succeed growing a business that is rooted within music. You know, basically, like I want to create a community via YouTube, via all content platforms. And I also, the caveat is tuition from books. I actually just taught myself. Yeah, that's the thing is, that's the funny thing is, I was at Long McQuaid for about 2 years, right? I studied, well, yeah, did guitar lessons for like 2, maybe 3 years from age like 11 to 13. Like that's the age where I did guitar lessons. But after that, I just taught myself. Like that's the idea is like I I learned from a guitar teacher, and I really enjoyed connecting musically with this guitar teacher. But truthfully, he just kind of basically what my guitar lessons were when I was like 11 was genuinely he would just take tabs and be like, "All right, man, what would you love to learn?" And I'd be like, "I want to learn this song, this punk rock song, this rock song," and we just break down riffs. Like he would teach me how to basically learn a song start to finish, and then I would have to practice it and practice it. And truthfully, that element of guitar I wasn't really that attracted to, but it definitely taught me some of the key elements of like bar chords and legatos and all those basic things. But it wasn't until years later when I actually basically picked up an acoustic guitar and began to like develop my own style and began to understand like progressive rock like Andy McKee and just all this finger style stuff. That's where like my growth process exploded. But yeah. And to this day, I swear, like for real, it's like I think the way I learn is a very intuitive approach where I find myself just attracted to certain styles. And often for me, maybe it's just the way I've historically learned things. I kind of apply, I like advanced, very challenging concepts. So should I have a tutor to start? I would say so. Okay, as a 12-year-old, it was really effective. I can try to play you some jazz. Yeah, bro. I got you. I honestly don't know a lot of jazz. I just know some sort of jazz chords that I quintessentially. I'm very classical oriented. I'm very attracted though to jazz. Like jazz is dope as fuck. I've almost feel it's like my comfort zone is classical, like flamenco-esque kind of styles, sort of modernly hybrided. But then jazz is kind of like my inspires me and pushes me out of my comfort zone. But yeah, bro, I think you should. You say you're in your 50s. You could, because you're a full-grown adult and you're fully developed. You probably could use your best discernment and intelligence to figure out a lot of these things on your own. You know, maybe utilizing resources like, say, YouTube or whatnot. Yo, thank you, brother. But I, as a 12-year-old, benefited powerfully, I feel, from having an example of a musician. Like, this is what I feel straight up. I recall vividly. It's like having the guitar lessons was really valuable. Having the space held where I would, you know, pay to go to Long McQuaid and look at guitars and be around musicians. But it was having a mentor, like having that embodiment of what music means to me and to this really dope dude. And he also had the same birthday as me, so it was a very kindred spirit. But yeah, I think that was the most valuable part is having good examples of what it means to be a musician. If you find guitar teachers like that, then you will progress. It will inspire you effectively. That's what I've noticed. Yo, great to meet you, Daz. Yeah, bro, good luck with your guitar. You're already, bro, you're halfway, you're a massive step forward having a guitar, like making that plunge, like I commend you highly for that. Yo, thank you, Shin. Yeah, yeah, dog is I swear my style is such a weird, novel. And it's funny, today I've been playing lots of piano the last 3 days. Like hours and hours of piano for whatever reason. And I've made some very, very clear epiphanies from playing the piano that translate into my guitar playing, and I'm really excited to explore that. So that's kind of what has inspired me today. I was just gonna explore that, like recognize how I can be a better guitar player from analyzing how I play piano. And very simply, one of the core takeaways that I noticed was basically, heck yeah, great to meet you, Daz. Good night. Yeah, it's wild. It's like lunchtime here, but that's super rad. Like I'm on here most days. I'll be honest, I try to stream at least once a day, usually at like 12, 3, sometimes at nighttime. Hardest place you've ever learned, hardest piece you've ever learned. Definitely Rylin by Andy McKee. Honestly, to this day, I can't really play the song. I mean, I probably could if I took a moment to do it, but that song took me like 4 months, I think, to learn. Where I literally, it's in an alternate tuning, and it's basically Andy McKee Rylin. I highly recommend looking into it. That song genuinely challenged me and evolved my musicianship just tenfold. Like just the fact of basically, I had a really good friend who was also a guitar player that showed me the song. Like we were hanging out once at like a music festival, it was like a forest rave, and he takes out his guitar and plays this song. Could I try that? I haven't played Rylan honestly in years. Yeah, I can't, I don't think I could play it right now, to be honest. I mean, I can play some of the similar structures, but it's in an alternate tuning. So I have to find the alternate tuning, do the alternate tuning, and then do the like weird half capo. I'll in the future, honestly, I'll what I'm gonna do is I'm going to relearn parts of that song again because I think that's the thing I should be doing. Yeah, good to meet you, dog. By the way, like it's almost for Rylin, right? It's like, yeah, man. I wonder if I could even piece together with alternate. It's like, yeah, maybe I'll play it for a moment because it's interesting. It's a very alternate tuning, so this is like a strong example of why alternate tunings are so effective. Because I could try to figure out how to play it without the alternate tuning, but it's like so weird. It's like, yeah, I don't know. That's a trick. That's a tricky one here. Okay, it starts in that key. So it's in that key somewhere. Like generally, the song basically is this. Let's see. It's like it starts very gentle and very soft, and then it goes into this like fast-paced, rhythmic song. I'm sure I could play the song again if I just like popped into the tuning. Hey, fair. Appreciate you, brother. Good luck with training the guitar. I mean, yeah, with the right incentive, I swear, like, the guitar is like, it's almost like it's like a wave in the ocean where it's like the moment you just like ride it, it's basically like you find all these like waves of inspiration that literally just pull you. Golden brown. So happy to listen to this song. I'm not familiar with this song, truthfully. Kind of curious though. Quintessentially what I do on these streams is I usually just improvise and like to just kind of do some, dialogue, answer questions about guitar, sort of similar to what my channel is intentioning about. But what I love to do is sound journeys. That's kind of a core intention that I do for myself often, but I'm very attracted to meditative sound journeys. The Stranglers, Golden Brown. Oh. On the piano. Wow, that's a lot going on there. Huh. Yeah, I don't think I could learn that very simply by ear, nah, but yeah. That's the thing is I'm not like the do or anything. I don't have perfect pitch. I don't understand how to perfectly execute music, but I do have a very, very rich original way of playing that seems to be working very well for me. And I understand very weird techniques quite well, like harmonics and tapping and stuff of that nature. Hey, thank you. It's a trippy as fuck, where it's literally like a raven with like tribal geometry. Let's see what I got here. Trippy, yes. I'm a very strong advocate of resonance, like resonance patterns. It's just a silk cloth bandana. It's like a hat, just like hat. Yeah. My hair is very long, so I find it's easy. Yeah. Hey, heck, yo, thank you so much, brother. With the Residence Bell, that's awesome, bro. That's legendary. Have told I meant. Like I said, it's been on bucket list to my mom, and she'll be playing Happy Birthday. You could do this. Happy birthdays. Yeah, it's that's so awesome, brother. That this Resonance, yeah, it's a tingsa. It's like ancient Chinese. Uh, what do they call it? Ceremonial. Yeah, ceremonial thing. I find I just bring this with me everywhere and just kind of strike it. They're phenomenal, honestly. That's I actually have a few of them, but this one, for whatever reason, I got this from a music auction, and the way they're crafted, they're like the sustain is so powerful. Like genuinely, if I were to, it's like a psychedelic experience. But yes, yeah, I've been learning so much, as I expressed earlier, from playing the piano. Like very much. I mean, I think it's yeah. I don't know if any of you guys are piano players or guitar players that sort of have an interest in piano, but guitar sound hole. I have done this. Like the sound hole picks up, but yeah, the vibration definitely travels. What I've actually been doing is keeping this thing on the bucket list. Yeah, the piano is actually it's funny. I've played guitar, yeah, for 16 years. I played piano for 2 years, and I swear the way that my mind applied the ear training and music theory from guitar has made me like a. It's almost like I played piano for much longer than 2 years. This is what I've noticed. And piano is just. Whoa, oh, my sound bowl dropped. These are chimes that I got from a metaphysical bookstore. And what's beautiful about these chimes is they're actually in the minor key, that they're in like a D sharp minor. tricky to sort of improvise too, but yeah. You know, something that I speak about this a lot earlier. Word. Hold on to the guitar sound, yeah. Is that Coldplay? No, that's just improv, yeah. Just improv, but yeah, very actively. What I've noticed about guitar particularly, trash as fuck. Thank you, dog. You're trash. You're trash as well, friend. It's good to be humble. But yeah, honestly, what I've noticed is quintessentially in guitar, you know, this is what I've been taking away from playing piano a lot, is the idea of how when you're just like doing very gentle, very intentional strikes, it's like that seems to be really like the key element of a lot of really like refined, precise playing is introducing awareness to all the little nuances. Like whether you're playing, say, a chord that's just stricken fully, versus if you can say play the same chord with gentle nuances. Like it's like the gentle nuances surely goes very far, where it's like you're literally misplaced. What would you say, Uncle Ben? What's your favorite Coldplay song? Out of curiosity, because I'm in the process of like teaching certain music, and I'm curious like what my audience or like the larger audience what they're attracted to via musically. So I'm curious like what Coldplay song is just like the best in your mind. That's wicked. Playing 3 to 4. Ah, that's so awesome, man. Thanks for sharing that. Music, I swear, it's a very unique journey that I think just takes you very interesting places. And the more you just surrender to the flow of where the music wants to unravel. Yeah. Once you realize you make a loop connection with your instrument, you're there. Listen while playing. That's exactly it, friend. That's exactly it. It's like once you really, I've spoken about that a lot, where it's like I think for people when you connect to the instrument on a soul level, like for me, it's like when you really like focus on the resonance pattern, like say artificial harmonics or harmonics as a whole. My precision is very off right now, but the idea is that it's like you create these beautiful, yeah, connections with the resonance pattern. For me, that's how I've personally found myself progress very, very rapidly. It's like I found myself attracted to very subtle elements of music and the process of, say, a style. And then over time, over years, just refining my relationship with that. Yeah. I definitely feel you get it, my guy. For strings, I always get elixirs. Like these are elixir, phosphorus, bronze, um, light gauge. Now, I think the key thing is with the strings, it really depends. This is what I figured as of late is like depending on your intonation, your action on your guitar, you're gonna want a lighter gauge, and if you go to like your local guitar tech, they can very much tell you. Like I actually had mine brought a light or a gauge lighter because they changed my action, and it allowed me to access lower tapping combos much more fluently. So, but I've used light gauge elixirs for a long time. Yeah. And I find myself today, I've been really experimenting with. Yeah. Yeah, I've been basically experimenting with the pan flute, but naturally I've been trying to play around with basically very particular scales. Like that is the A, like the A sharp. And what I've noticed very simply is, yeah. But what I've noticed is, yeah, the scale of A sharp, exact name of the elixir is. But yeah, the scale of A sharp is definitely, it's very tricky to achieve on this, where it's like if I'm here. I gotta be very intentional with that. Very cool. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my setup and I'm gonna go bring this upstairs to the piano and do some improv with the piano. Let's get on. Let's see, what's my phone charged at? Actually, it's actually Nuance and this. All right. I should do Yeah, there's so much interesting dimension one can introduce within that. Word, that's fair. I find it's a journey. I swear it's a journey to get to that, to get to those first 50. Like, I swear that took me like multiple months. I'll subscribe back to you as well, brother. Yeah. I swear for me, I literally was just on the grind of just creating shorts where I would basically teach people improv. And I was also doing like meditative sound journeys. Like I was playing around with niches to build my subscriber base. And then once I did get to 50, then I just like it became easy where I would just go live and play around with teaching people guitar stuff, and subscribers came pretty easily now. I'm definitely in a place where I want to get to that next realm. But yeah. Let's see how I can acclimate this. That's not too not too bizarre. I feel that all the time with people that I just randomly connect via music. Let's remove some of this. Can play piano to I key W E. Not familiar. Yes. That's the key. That's the key, brother. That's where I've been. What's your name, bud? Instruments every room. Oh, my name's Ryan. Yeah, my name's Ryan. Yeah, that I should post that probably somewhere, but my business or my moniker is Ashe. It's like a spiritual word. It's like Yoruba African, but also has like a deep meaning in French and many different languages. Basically, roughly means the power behind action. You know, the essence behind, yeah, the action or the force of life. Yeah. basically, yeah, that's I've actually been succeeding, but the thing is, like, this has been my epiphany the last couple days is piano, it has such a unique quality where basically we can explore, on this horizontal plane, um, the different octaves very fluently. Where it's like if I'm here, if I'm, it's like that is such a unorthodox dimension for myself on the guitar. Word, Jeroen, Jarun, phenomenal. That's awesome, brother. Renisto Met. But I definitely find what it's been teaching me is a lot is like how to play the guitar on the similar plane where it's like octave hopping. And then alongside that, it's like, the piano, I notice it's like you can play almost with like a tenth of the pressure. And it sounds extraordinary. It has such depth, right? Versus you can do like a full sharp execution, like an attack. And I notice with the guitar, I've almost seen the way I can play piano too. I'm not familiar with that song. Yeah, IKWE. I've only been playing piano for 2 years actually, but yes, there's also a word. Yeah, key is a great word. I've honestly I love the word key. There's chi or ooh, something going on here. My preamp. Battery 4.0. Battery 3.9. Oh, that's what that means. It's Japanese for life. Yes. Yeah, that's awesome, brother. I resonate deeply with that. I very much, yeah, for many years, like Taoism, the dimension of transmuting moving energy via like circulating chi and ki is very, yeah. Now, no pressure, brother. Definitely, like feel free to dip out, be present. Like I tell myself the same thing. Is like there's no pressure or expectation to be on a stream. Like I sometimes pop in for like 10, 15 minutes, and then disappear, and then pop in for another hour. Let's see. But definitely, what I've noticed with trying to combine the domains of guitar and piano, among various things, like sort of I was explaining, like engaging in multiple octaves in the very same scale, but it's like basically what my core takeaway that it blew my mind a while back is basically playing finger style rolls. So it's like in a piano, you do like you're like dropping, you're doing like a roll on a different angle, but like in the guitar, it's like you can do a similar thing where it's like and it pairs so well. Appreciate you, brother. That's so wicked. That's the best, bro. I swear. Is like musically, I find like being in that place where you're able to appreciate all the other various styles and pieces of it. That same thing I think with dance. I feel. Hmm. Yeah. Very fair. If I. You know, something that I found myself recently make this epiphany or just make this connection to that was epiphany was basically there's the chord like the chord shape. I think it's called the where is it? I think it's the F sharp minor. It's basically the F sharp minor. There's a shape up here that I remember I was learning the song "Doing All Right" by Queen, and basically the song itself, like as I've actually broken down this riff on my channel, very dope riff where you're just using the E minor, right? And then you're switching to this F sharp minor, and then you're going to the E major 7, also dope shape, and then you go to the F sharp minor. And basically what the F sharp minor is this chord where you can do this while you're fretting on the second fret on the 6th string with your pointer, like you're barring it, and then you're just taking your 3rd and 4th finger and you're applying this on the 4th fret, on the 5th and 4th. But the idea with the F sharp minor is you can also equally just do it by just barring the 3 strings on the first 3 strings on the 2nd fret. So you're creating this chord shape. And what I've noticed is with this very same chord shape, so the F sharp minor, you slide it up and it becomes the most complementary chord, I swear, that I've ever I actually think I'm just gonna make a video about exactly that, because this chord is just blowing my mind. Play good on the piano is a spiritual way of giving me a huge confirmation. Dive into the deep. Very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, brother, that's 1000%. I 100% advocate the extraordinary abilities that the piano, like musically, I mean, as a dude again that has played guitar for quite some time, it's like the piano is like a perfect bridging of worlds. And this is my mom's piano, but I'm gonna get myself a keyboard very soon, like a full weighted keyboard that can serve the role of this piano, so I can record music and be in my own capacity in different places. But definitely the piano, I swear, bro, is like this domain that invites a gentle cadence and really honors the spaces between the notes. And that's something that I think, like compositionally, like, you know, when you're writing music or you're improvising and you hear and feel the music, it offers a very special, yeah, very special role. And then again, invariably, what I notice, I find myself learn from playing the piano. It's just mind blowing. Yeah, the power and the communication strength of the acoustic. I feel you there, brother. That's literally like that's been my journey the last I guess about 10 years now. Is like I discovered the ability of like progressive rock sort of finger style. And I swear, I mean, I still play electric quite frequently. My electric's actually, it's broken, but I'm looking to get an Ibanez electric guitar. But I started with electric guitar, and that was like the first 5, 6 years when I was young. It was like that really inspired me to just like dive deep in music. But acoustic guitar is just such a powerful, potent, um, it's a potent tool, or it's a portal, as I like to say. And truthfully, too, like I notice, particularly like when unraveling my own style and dimensions of music theory, it's really like the acoustic guitar. I really feel has like a very ancient sound to it, where it's like, lost my connection, passion. That's fair, brother. That's what I swear. I swear, this is what I truly advocate is the passion, like the connection to the music. It's one of those things that societally, the expectations or the pressure or maybe just all the noise of what we would define as the musical path, it kind of it clouds our vision or our ability to spiritually connect to the music. And like this is where I personally, for me, I've been in this phase where I spend a lot of time directing my energy more so just creating meditative sound journeys, like connecting with the guitar in a way with an intention to connect deeper and try to create something that is, yeah, how to open the front lid of a piano, hold the same pedal, and slap the metal frame and strings. No, hold the sustain pedal. No, I've never even used the sustain pedal, to be honest. Like, I assume that's what this thing down here is. I don't know. Don't know how that works. Hold the sustain pedal, slap the metal frame and strings. Oh, so it creates like vibratos essentially. I gotta give that a shot. I don't know. That's. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah, so much can be applied from that. You feel the whole piano. I give it a shot. I mean, this is an older piano. It's my mom's, so I don't know if I want to like do too much. How does this work? Oh, I see. So it's like I open this little. Yeah, very nice. All right, well, I'm probably gonna take a leave for now, but thank you so much for chiming in. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream.